The construction team dug a monster with big horns in the depth of 500 meters underground. This is the first Santa Claus in history. The night before Christmas Day, on a snowy mountain in Finland, a crowd of people dug up something very strange. The head landlord said that his childhood dream was to dig up a frozen Santa Claus. This is a great discovery that made the Pyramid of Egypt also inferior. This has been overheard by two children living in the mountain, Peter and his friend. They sneaked off the fence to escape. Next, the people started to break the mountain. The news of the Santa Claus's death made Peter very sad. The boy thinks that from now on, no one will give him gifts anymore. Peter started searching for the facts about Santa Claus. He finds a distant legend in Finland saying that they discovered Santa Claus was a prehistoric monster. He has a large body, hairy all over his body, and on his head there are large horns. He also likes to drink reindeer blood, specializing in eating naughty children, and even cook them with an oil pan. Humans were so scared to lure him to the riverbank and then let him freeze in the cold water. Then they dig a 500-meter cave to put him in it. His friends all thought he was an idiot, but Peter actually saw the traces that Santa left when he came here. That is his footprint on the roof. The child hurriedly said to the hunter father, but his father was busy setting up traps on doorstep because he wanted to store meat for the winter. When it was time of hunting deer, hunters gathered to prepare to capture them with electric fences. But they saw only two skinny deer approaching. They found that the deer had been killed by a strange creature. Seeing a hole in the fence, the group of hunters assumed that the workers in the mountains came to steal deer. They aggressively stormed up, but found out that the workers had left for a long time. They only left a deep cave with no bottom. Looks like the Christmas monster has been dug up. Every day Peter was very afraid, fully equipped with weapons on him. He was afraid that the monster Noel would come take him away. At this time, the construction team in charge of transport was also having problems. That monster was still alive. As long as the ice melted, it would be a great danger to humanity. Workers went missing more and more, leaving only broken helmets. The next morning, Peter's father found that the trap in front of the door had been destroyed. An old white-haired man lying inside was wounded full of his body. The dad locked Peter inside the house, then found a friend to come to hide that old man because it was illegal to create a trap. Peter couldn't contain his curiosity. He sneaks out his father's house. The white-haired old man smelled of misbehaving children, then he's alive. From the police is saying, Peter learned that lately the town hasn't been peaceful, like it has a ghost. Peter's friend's potato sacks was gone, and all the heaters in town were gone. Peter's good friend is missing, with only a mannequin left in the bed. Peter quickly phoned the other friends in the village. Indeed, they have all gone missing. He hurriedly said to the adult. At this moment, the old man was attacking the hunter, almost bit off the hunter's ear. Then the old man refused to say anything. Only when he saw Peter did his eyes shine. Adults follow Peter's words, tie him up. The radio in the old man's pocket made a sound. It was the voice of the construction team boss asking worker to quickly transport something. The group of hunters intended to take Santa Claus hostage and take care of the landlord. They took the old man to the translation store. Then the landlord drove the helicopter. He looked closely and saw that the old man in front of him was not Santa Claus, but a eagle who was sent out to hunt children. After that, many elves rushed to surround the factory. They killed the landlord and his pilot. The hunters took the guns to defend and quickly hide into the storehouse. They saw a horn being in an enormous block ice being melted by the missing heaters. Underneath the block of ice are several sacks containing crying stolen children, including one of Peter's friends. They captures them to be gifts for waking Santa Claus up. Everyone tries to disconnect the heater and use them to block the elves from doorway. Seeing not in time, Peter did not tremble in fear and picked up the gun. Anyway, if children don't die, Santa Claus dies. Peter suggests that the adult use helicopter take the kids away, distract the elves' attention. The other use explosives to destroy the Santa Claus. Peter suggests to treat them as deer, lure them to the electric fence, and destroy all of them in one time. At stake, Peter jumped off the plane, opened the fence, lured the elves inside. This means that the world is saved by a brave and honest boy, not a bunch of merciful people. In another critical moment, the father finished designing the explosives and cut off the horns to soak the wine. Eventually, under PETA's direction, everyone successfully destroyed the Santa Claus in the iceberg with explosives. "198 elves are also killed and turned into stupid old men. The hunters then decides to establish a company in which captured elves are trained to become mall Santas. And exported to various locations around the world. All losses are filled, even earning more profits. Santa's hometown is the place that produced this story. They bring a different perspective on Santa's appearance in the world. The Santa in this movie has a dark color that is different from the lovely Santa image we often know. This is a story about real Santa Claus and Finnish legend. Thank you for watching. Follow my page to watch more film review.